Hello lovelies! Today is another exciting video because we're talking about my techo kaigi for mid-year 2024. So I always really love talking about my techo kaigi because I get to show you guys what's working, what's not working, what's my system and stuff. And in particular, the mid-year ones are my favorite to do because you actually get to see how it's being used and if I like the system. If I do a techo kaigi before the year, it's usually, oh, this is all my plans to do this. This planner is for my daily, this planner is for this planner is for that. But you don't actually see it filled up. You don't see how it's evolving and those kind of stuff. But the mid-year one actually lets you do that. So it's very exciting. I'll jump straight to it because I feel like this is gonna be a long video because techo kaigis are always a long video because I have a ton of journals and planners that I like to dabble on. So just gonna get started. As usual, I'm just gonna move all my travels notebook aside first, and we'll focus on the dated planner first because those ones are more constant because they need to be filled out more than the journals. So I feel more responsible to fill those ones, and we'll see how I'm coping with those. But move it aside, we'll get to it, I promise. So these are the ones that I showed you in the beginning of the year. This is, I don't know if this should be included, but it's interesting anyway. They're my swatches stuff, so I'll talk about that later down the track. But let's talk about these first. Okay, so out of all this, my planner is just this one. This is the take a note planner in a different, in an A5 cover with a plastic cover because your girl is clumsy. So okay, I feel like I'm gonna spend a lot of more time in this talking about this than other things, just because this is my everything planner. It has all my personal stuff, has all my side project stuff, it has all my like YouTube and everything, to-do list, habit tracker, everything is in here. And that's intentional because you know me from last year, we did two planners, one for personal and one for side projects, and I ignore one of them. So for me, I think I have to have one planner to rule them all. It has everything in it, and then everything else can be compartmentalized, but my planner has to be in one thing. Okay, let's get into it. So mostly my monthly, what I use for my monthly are usually scheduling for my social media and stuff. I fell off it after a bit. The last time I did it is April. My May is very messy. I still do my YouTube videos and stuff, but with my Instagram I've fallen off it a little bit, also because during May and a little bit of June I wasn't good physically. Like I was going through some stuff, not knowing what it is. I know it now, it's probably low blood pressure, but for a month and a half I was just having constant like dizzy spells and I can't concentrate and stuff. So a lot of these things have been fallen off the wayside, but it's okay because now that we know it's low blood pressure, we can do things to actually elevate, like make it better and things like that. So in the beginning I had very big plans for this planner, right? Meals, gratitude, and then this section is all for my what I get up to, and then there's some stuff on the bottom. And then after a little bit, I think the budgets all move into Notion because it just makes more sense to be there. As you can see, I didn't feel this at all. And after a while, I just decided it makes more sense for the budget to stay in Notion. So this becomes really, really empty sometimes on weeks that I don't have much to do, right? Like this didn't even fill out stuff on some of this. So since if you actually watch one of my plan with me, I actually did swap it around. So I also during May I also try to actually use the second section to track my health. I think maybe I'm gonna start doing that as well, even though I'm tracking my blood pressure in my Notion. But I think maybe if I can transfer it there, there's gonna be a proper documentation of it. It's probably better. But now what I'm doing is I'm using the top part for all my to-dos and the bottom part for all the stuff that I could get up to. So I started breaking my to-dos between the stuff I have to do for the shop and the stuff I have to do for my social media, including like YouTube stuff and some Instagram stuff and things like that. Because I feel like when I clumped it in one, it was filled with all the YouTube stuff, because you know I focus on YouTube quite a bit, but I also want to focus on the shop, and that it's fallen off the wayside again. So I figured if I give it its own to-do list, then it's front and center, and then I see, oh, I don't have a lot scheduled to work on the shop this week, so then I'll add it in, because for the second half of the year I really want to focus on the shop, because I don't know if by the time I say this I've already told you about it or not, because I have this tendency to move around my YouTube videos, so I don't know as of when I'm filming. I don't know when this is going to be posted, but I'm doing a local market early August, so the shop stuff is something I have to actually work on, so I want it to be front and center. So with the bottom, it's mostly what I get up to today, and then this is just notes of what I did, and if there's anything to note, like if I have ideas or if I have stuff that is doing well, milestones for YouTube, something I watch, kind of thing. So now you can see how it's my everything planner, because personal, my side projects, my work, everything goes in here basically. Habit tracker still going strong, even though Saturday and Sundays I usually forget to track for some reason. But I actually been really liking this system, and as you can see, sometimes it gets really long, which makes me happy, because I feel like I'm using the space as it should be used, if you know what I mean. I really like filled up things, and I can't always fill things up, so when it's filled up like this, makes me so happy. So yeah, so far it's working really well. I've done this since May, and so far in June I like the system, even though as you can see sometimes I fell off the wayside with tracking my food and things like that, but I definitely really like the layout for this, and it's changed from the beginning, and it's fine. I feel like it's a constant iteration for me to find something that works well for me, so I'm happy for it to evolve as it goes. So that's my planner. Usually with all this, these are notes, so I can actually transfer it to my memory keeper, which this year I have not been very good at being updated with it. I usually do this when I stream on Sundays, but because of my health conditions and stuff, I haven't been streaming as much as I would like. But it's always in my mind to actually catch up with this, but I have accepted that I am an eternal catch-up girly, and will always be catching up on my weekly memory keeper, and I've made my peace with it, and it's just when can I do it kind of thing. But I feel like I've gotten quite good at doing more than one spread every time I try, so the catch up is okay, it's working, but I'm still like 3 months behind. But we don't talk about that. But anyway, these are mostly my weekly memory keeper. In the beginning I struggled with it a bit because I tend to over like decorate, but I realized with this planner that a little goes a long way, because it already has the nice things on the side, and somehow it looks really cluttered if I over decorate. So I've gotten to a place where I don't decorate that much. And also with this planner, it's they double up. So January, because this is half January, half February, it shows up in January, but it also shows up in February. So I usually just use the second month to do it on, because it feels better if it's closer to the title page for it to be filled and not empty. So that's what I decided. But so far I've caught up until March, middle of March, so I'm still 3 months behind. But you know what, it's a work in progress. I have accepted, like I said, I have accepted that I will always be catching up, and I'm fine with it. Okay, so this one is that. It's funny because, hang on, I'll show you this, but I'm actually usually with my title pages, I'm super up to date. We're in the middle of June and I already have my July title pages because I post decorating this in my YouTube, so I always like to be early with that, which is I find very, very funny because it's like the jarring conditions in this planner where this is super early and this is super late. I'm just like, in one planner, really, Mark? But anyway, this is my weekly memory keeper. It's a little bit late, but I finally got my groove in this one. Hopefully I can fill it up much quicker than I would, but love this. And another one I will bring you, I'm going to just bring you all the success story first, and then so you forget that I have a few that I don't really touch. So this one is my media / game / K-drama journal, and the monthly I used to keep track of what I watch, just like very quick, what do you call it, like lines and things like that. And then the weekly is where I actually write down all the shows and things like that. I also print some of the pictures sometimes, but I get lazy sometimes, so some of these I just kind of like put on the space for the pictures, but the pictures has not been printed because lazy. Some of these I still need to catch up with. I already mapped down what I want to talk about depending on when I watch it, but some of them I'm up to date with because some of these already have some of the like writing on them. There's some empty ones because during April and May I gave up series and dramas for Lent, so you might see some of them like being empty, even though I still watch some movies and variety show-ish. But anyways, I have to catch up with some of these, but I'm half up to date, I guess. It's still being used, so I'm happy. I know that I'm not like a very diligent journaling girly, also because I always feel like because I work, but I also have to do stuff for the shop and have to do stuff for YouTube. I don't always have time for this, but I try to make time to catch up. So there you go. This is your sign to not be afraid if you have to catch up with stuff. This one's a little bit of a fail. I wanted a weekly memory keeper journal that is like a doodle form, but it didn't end up being very well because I don't like this. Look at it. It looks very like weird. But I want to try again a bit actually because I feel like this will be good for me to practice doodling or like drawing, because I went to my first urban sketching like outing thing with some people in the city, and I mean like this, I don't know what possessed me, but these are so much different. I don't know, maybe it's the pencil. Maybe I should do it on pencil beforehand because these are, what is that? I can't even tell what that is. That's meant to be like some kind of food, but I don't even remember what food it was, so I feel like maybe I want to try to do it again, and maybe somehow, I don't know, maybe I'll be better. But like I don't know, I want to try again. Basically, this hasn't been very successful. I did 3 spreads and then I said, this makes me feel bad because this looks like a chicken scratch, like a kindergarten kid's drawing, so I'm not going to do it again. But now that I actually looked at this, you know what? I don't know what it is, but I think I'm capable of doing something. So might give this one a try, but we'll see. I'm not promising anything for now, but that's the state of that. For this one, it's mostly for like, I did get this in impulse, by the way, and I did use it for quotes, but I haven't found anything that I want to write on this. But I have 3 pages for now, but it always meant to be like an occasional journal, and this is also these 2 are undated, so I'm going to take my time with this. And I feel like this little one is going to be kind of like snippets or things that I like. So when these books finish, I know it's going to be filled with things I love, like quotes that I like and other things. So this is definitely going to get filled. If it takes me 5 to 6 years, that's fine. So we'll put that aside as well, because all I had is 3 pages. This one I haven't touched since last year. So this is meant to be when I want to write more. And I was up to date until July 2023. I actually don't know if I'm gonna continue this to 2024 anymore, because I feel like I've already has so many things to catch up on. So I want to catch up on until 2023 is done, essentially. But I don't know if I have the energy. But you know what, I might pick it up next year or something. But for now, this is, as much as I love this, might be an abandoned one, because yeah, I really love the layout, but unfortunately I don't think I have space, because I know the second half of the year I'm going to be quite busy with markets and work and things like that. So I don't think I can actually have another memory keeper, because if I want to try the Doodle journal, I don't think I have the space for another memory keeper. So because this is undated, I can always just leave it out for now and then pick it back up when I have more time to journal, or I can just use it as like an occasional journal when I want to, decorate and stuff. It's fine. I've made peace with having to let go of some stuff. So there you go. So that's all my like dated and undated planners. And then we have all my TNs. This has been reshuffled a little bit. I feel like every time I go out to go cafe journaling, because I reshuffle things to take there, I don't always take all of them, right? I only take one regular, one passport, and my wallet TN usually. So they get reshuffled quite a bit. But I have to be truthful to say that I have not been journaling on my TN a lot this year, because work has been super busy actually from around March maybe, because they moved me to a new team, and this new team comes with more interesting projects, but also it's more time taking, so I don't have a lot of mental capacity to actually journal after work, which is kind of sad. I do fill in my planners. That's why I feel like the system of me filling in planners and then catching up when I have mental space to do it is great, because I feel like I'm not forced to always be creative every day, even though it might be a good thing that you get to be creative every day. But I feel that when I'm really tired, I don't really want to touch some of my journaling stuff, and I don't want it to be a chore. I want it to be something that I actually put aside time to actually enjoy. So I feel like that's why the catch-up thing really works for me. Let me know if you want a video on that, because I was planning to do a video on how to journal, but you don't have to do it every day and all in one go. I know some people are into journaling every day, but you know what, sometimes you don't have time, and I guess this is a hack for when you don't have time all the time, but you still want to fill up your journal, you still want a memory keeper and things like that, because not everyone gets the luxury of time. Anyway, so I'll just go through this one first, because this looks different than the others. This one is basically the spiral ring notebook in an A5 Slim, which is a card file. So it already has all the card slots, and I use this to keep track with my inks. So I just like it. I don't have a lot of things to say about it, but I like how the rings, I wish they come with more rings, right? That's all I wish for. But so far it's pretty good. I actually added an extra, this is just a TN insert that has the card file as well, just for an extension, because I think I probably can fill all this up, even though if I still need to reorganize this because it's not final. But when you look at it from the side, it looks okay together. So that's why I can actually add another one in the front, actually slip it in here as well. It'll still probably fit, like a little bit gaping maybe, but it'll still fit. But I just like that it's its own book, so really like this one. I can't remember where I got it from, but apparently it's $20 Australian, so really like that one. This one is a little bit messy. I didn't even remember what goes in each of them, okay, so be gentle with me. This one is usually an art insert. I actually already put a new art insert, but I haven't started on it. This is a lovely insert from my friend Maddie from Hello Naya that I wanted to use for my next art journal, but obviously hasn't been done yet because I don't have enough time to journal, which makes me a little bit sad, but it's there for when I have time to actually be creative and collage journal again. I don't even know what goes in some of these anymore, so I guess it's a surprise, and we can just find out and it'll be like, surprise, what is this? This one is my happy mail journal. So this is where all my hauls goes in. If I get happy mails from some of my friends, it goes in here. But because this year I'm on a no spend, so I don't think there's a lot of things that I've done. Paper hood, paper game. When's paper game? I shouldn't even date this one. This is from last year. I think this one is from this year. Oh no, it's not. Wait. I think this is this year. I just haven't changed the 2023 to 2024. So that's the only one from this year. Like I said, I'm on quite a strict no spend. Not no spend, low spend from the beginning of this year. So I haven't been getting a lot of big hauls. So it's been abandoned a little bit, but for a good reason. I'm actually happy that I haven't been buying a lot because it encourages me to actually use the stuff that I already have. So it's a good thing. This one is still empty. I was planning to use this for notes for when I listen to podcasts and stuff. So it just haven't started. And I keep my daily Bible journal as well in here, even though I haven't gone through it for ages, but I just still want reminder that I'm going to get to this someday when I have time. Do I have time? I don't always have time, but do I have the intention? Yes, I do. And sometimes intention alone is enough for me for now. So this is my olive, which I love very much, and this one has my collection journal. This is an insert that I designed for collection journal, which, you know, if you collect things like stamps or I don't know, like business cards or anything really, you can put this in, and there's like a few different layouts. This one that is a full page, this one that's 2 in a page, and then there's more that is a bit smaller. I think there's 3 in a page as well, and I've just used this to document some of my stamps. I need to start doing it again, but I've fallen off it a little bit, but I really like this. It's very simple, but I feel like it just works. Looks nice. But yeah, that's that. Also, my K-drama journal, who is also fallen off the wayside because of this journal, right? Because I just write down all the stuff that I watch in here, and I feel like it's a low effort compared to this, because this is a whole spread, right? You have to decorate and everything, whereas this one is very simple, kind of like I just write down what I like about it and then give it a star and then paste a picture. So I feel like this is way more low effort because, you know, your girl's busy these days. So this one is something that I really want to get back to, but it'll probably take some time for me to get back to because I'm a little bit busy this year. So, but still really like it, still really love the spreads in here. So one day I would really love to continue it again. So that's that one. I feel like a lot of this, the theme of this techo kaigi is me wanting to journal but not having the time, but you know, that's life. This one is an ink swatches journal that I actually brought over when I went to like a meetup, and some of these are like actually swatched over there, and I actually like that I get to swatch other people's inks on the go with this insert. I also made this insert, so it's available as a printable in my shop as well. I will link it down below if you're interested. And I do really like seeing the colors in a page like this. So yeah, I really love this insert, even though it's not filled as much as I would like it to be, but I still like it anyway. So yes, this is my olive. I'm actually scared opening all this and then letting you guys see how little I've been journaling this year. But you know, some things are more important than what I want to do. So this one is my EDC, and I bring this around when I need to take notes. These ones are mostly like if I go to like work, seminars, or other things. I write down things basically. So that's that one. Sticker release paper that I always bring as well, because it has all this, and if I want to like decorate on the go, it's really easy to just take some of this and plonk it somewhere. Really love having this sticker release paper, and I'm so glad they released it in the end. And this last one is my note for when I actually go to church events and I want to take notes. It's from this, and I do it on this insert. So there you go, that's my EDC. Okay, and my hotel has, let's see, this is actually my favorite journal from last year and the year before or something. But what I do is, you know how when I do my monthly favorites and stuff like that, and when it used to be a lot more random, it like this one has a stamp, TN, PET tapes, and storage. So it's like a little bit of this and that. I used to make this every time. I used to make this after the favorites videos, just so that I can document it and what I like during which month. But as you know, if you've been watching the favorites, I actually no longer do random things. I kind of put them into category every month. So this doesn't really make sense again, because if I do this, then like one week it will be the same, everything's PET tape. 1 week it will be like all stamps and things like that, and I feel like that is very like one-dimensional. So I stopped doing this because of that. But if next year I decide to go random like this again, I will continue this insert. But for now, this insert won't be filled this year, because yeah, it's just a different kind of favorites this year. So that insert is dormant until I need it again. This one is my new, I haven't printed anything, but this is my new planning and review insert. So I do this each quarter. I will do a review and planning of that quarter, and I keep it on this one. This insert I also made, and it's, if you sign up to my mailing list, you get this as a freebie. So basically what you do is you plan for the quarter, and then after the quarter's done, like if I talk about quarter 2, which is right now, you plan for the quarter and then you review it later when the quarter is almost ending. So I'm gonna do this video sometime either this month or next month. I'm not sure yet, but I need to do a review for quarter 2 and a planning for quarter 3. This keeps me accountable, obviously. Actually, I think I need to, after quarter 2 to quarter 3, I need to print some more, because this one's already that side. But anyway, I really like the system for now. It keeps me accountable, and I do this both digitally in Notion, but also analog in my journal, just because I want an analog record of it as well. But there's a video of this already from last quarter. If you want to watch what I do and stuff, feel free, I'll link it down below as well. And this last one is literally my junk insert. So it's basically 4 things that I don't want to let go of, because it's kind of cute packaging and things like that. So as you can see, like packaging from like a clothes tag, and this very cute Pocky packaging from little washi tapes, and other things that I like. I just pasted here because I'm a hoarder and cannot let go of stuff, so why not just do a junk insert. But anyway, that's that. Oh my god, I have so many. And okay, this is my last regular travels notebook, and this is the diner. What is it? Why does it have marks? So this one has my this is another card file, and this is for all my samples. I haven't done a lot of the samples, but this is for all my sample size inks, just so I know that I've swatched it and I know it's a sample. So if I really like it, then I can get the full version of it. But I haven't been swatching. I miss swatching actually. This is my tea journal that is going, but a little bit stopped because I usually do this when I stream, and I don't stream as much these days, but it's still going because I think the last two, this one was from 2024, so I'm still getting through that big tin of 20 teas and figuring out which one I like. So it's a tea journal, and this one is a card file that I use to keep the partner shop stamps. I'm very sad that journals is no longer there, but yeah, if so yeah, this is from one of my friends. This is when I visited Spain and I stamped some. So there you go. That's all my travels notebook regular, and now we go to the other sizes. This one still have my embarrassing daily collage journaling thing from 2021, I think. But I really want to finish this, but I haven't had time. Like, the whole running theme of this techo kaigi is I want to do stuff, but I don't have the time. So we're running with it. And this one is my journal meets insert. So when I go on journal meets, I will bring this and then get the people there to write me a message, and we like doing that. So I started a new insert just for that. So yeah, there you go. Okay, and then for this one this is also an art collage journal insert. This one is the minimalist one, where I want to aspire to be like my friend Kate and do a lot of very minimal spreads. So this is when I really want to be in a minimal mindset. I haven't touched it for a while, but the intention is there, the time is not. And then this one is also an art collage journal things that if I want to do it on a smaller, if I want a quick small section, I just journal on this. Have been a little bit neglected, but I'm keen to get back to it as with all my other journals. So this is a little bit embarrassing to do a techo kaigi and being like, I haven't written on this for ages or something like that, but it is what it is. Then the first half of the year has been very busy for me work-wise, and so I don't get as much fun journaling time, but I also keep up with my dated so much more, because obviously that's dated and there's more commitment to it than my other TNs. This is why I still like having my TNs, because they're not a lot of commitment, and because they're undated, you can just do it when you actually want to do it, kind of thing. And I won't go through this one, but this is just my everyday EDC wallet. I already have a video where I'll take you through everything in here and how I use it, so I won't take you through it again, but this is basically my wallet EDC. So that's all. I told you it's gonna be a long video. I feel a little bit bad that half of this didn't get as much love as they deserve, because I really do love journaling and I still want to do more of it, but unfortunately time is not for me this year, because Like I already mentioned, I had a lot of work stuff, my health wasn't good, I had to focus on some other stuff as well, including the markets that's coming. So the next 2 months I actually wouldn't be able to journal that much as well, because my work is still kind of busy and I'm going to be focusing on the market prep. So I don't know if this is going to improve this year. I think maybe in the end of the year I will go to you with a techo kaigi where the planners are filled and like I'm happy with it, but not my TNs. And I feel like it's good. It just I still get my creative fix because I'm still doing some of my planner stuff and some of my weekly memory keeper stuff, but my TNs are a little bit more sparse, and it's okay. I feel like I can come back to them when I'm ready. But this year, because there's just a lot of stuff, it's been a little bit hard, but I'm also fine with it because you know what, life's a journey. Sometimes you're busy, sometimes you have time, and you never know. So basically that's my techo kaigi. I hope you actually got something out of it. I'm sorry that a lot of this is not really a big update from last year's techo kaigi, but I hope at least the updates on the planner makes up for it, because there's a little bit of movements on the planners as well, at least I guess. So hopefully that's not too disappointing of a video, but also I like to be truthful about this. You know, sometimes you don't have so much time for journaling, but it's okay if you have other things to focus on. These are always there for you and you can always come back to it anytime. So hopefully you get something out of that still, or you enjoy hearing me rant as usual. So I'm very appreciative that you're here watching until the end, and I hope you stay safe, take care, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you, bye bye.